Hello, everyone. Welcome to PolkaWorld Interview. This is Kristen. In this episode, we're going to talk about metaverse. The term metaverse originated in 1992, science fiction novel Snow Crash. Metaverse is often linked to advancing virtual reality technologies due to increasing demand for immersion. Web3 and metaverse has been used as buzzword to accelerate development progresses of various related technologies and projects. Without further ado, let's welcome the guest of today, the founder of Bit.Country, Ray. Welcome, Ray. Could you brief us a little bit on the background of yourself and Bit.Country a little bit?
Hello, everyone. I'm Ray. I'm the chairperson of Bit.Country and the Metaverse Network. I started my entrepreneurship since 2012 in education. And also we launched an incubator. We started Bit.Country we got this idea in 2018, and we officially started learning and research development around year 2021. But our main focus of delivery actually is all done in this year. So Bit.Country is a metaverse as a service platform, enable you or everyone to launch their own metaverse project. So you can create a metaverse project with a button click. With some transaction fees, and you got marketplace, 3D world, your map engine, your NFT marketplace, and NFT facilities, so that people also can write their own code to create their own games. So that's about us, about myself. Thank you.
Yeah, amazing. And our first topic, the tech industry loves a buzzword, and right now everyone is talking about the metaverse. Broadly speaking, metaverse can be defined as a virtual world where we can live, work, travel, and play. While there are a number of computer games and web platforms offers insight into what metaverse is all about. As an influential Polkadot metaverse network, what is your opinion?
Yeah, that's a great question. Our definition of metaverse is not just a 3D world, that people can play games and, socialize with other people. We believe metaverse is something that has to be sit on top of blockchain so that there's a real job opportunities, economies, and digital assets that can be truly owned by users. And these are the fundamentals. And on top of that, everybody can create their own stories and narratives of their understanding of the metaverse. For business, they can create a metaverse to run marketing events in a more immersive methods. Individuals can use the metaverse to express themselves in a 3D representation and also storytelling, right? And a community can use the metaverse to grow their community engagement, let the community to take ownership of their social online community. Whereas on Web 2, people just in a chat group or get entertained by some YouTube channels where they don't have any ownership. So in my personal view, metaverse is something that you want to spend time on, and it can be perpetual, in terms of asset ownership, but also it's very visual and fun that people want to spend time there. Particularly, I'm really excited about metaverse should focus on creating the new experiences and a new business model that don't really exist currently on the internet or in real life, and then things like your avatar, your wearables, you can create stories around avatar and create a new relationship between the avatars and different communities. So that's how I define metaverse. And a Bit.Country have the infrastructure and features to enable everyone to actually create your own dream, create your own decentralized world, that you have your own storytelling, your narratives.
Wonderful. And big companies and the KOLs talk about the metaverse a lot, but how much do normal people care about the metaverse? How can metaverse solve real world problems?
Yeah, so the real world productivities that metaverse can create is really important for us. It's our core value proposition. We've been talking to partners that are launching metaverse with us. I have a couple categories. You look at the traditional brands, right? When they look at a metaverse, especially metaverse on Bit.Country that's web-based, they see that as a great extension to the current web portal. Current website, you got a link to YouTube, you got a link to Facebook or Twitter, and you got contents on your website. To start with, in the future, because the development of the current internet, there will be metaverse elements for individual brands and on the website. For obvious reasons, you enable economic layer, you enable ownership layer, you enable a 3D and also a trading layer for your website, right? And then in the 90s, we never thought everyone's gonna need a website, right? We thought, only big companies or big brands have their own portal, but now everyone has a website. I think we are in the era that the website will be more and more like a metaverse because the richer content and the more engagement and interaction you can do. So the real world productivity for now is they're providing more space, allow people to connect while that people can establish their brand identity, run more reward-based marketing campaign, enable NFT features for their existing product and services. For instance, you buy a product, become premium member, but a vendor also issue you an NFT which has value, and the NFT can be owned, traded, and then later the NFT have some other utilities such as go to this event in the metaverse, join this game, or get a product discount. I think in terms of marketing and the community growth, metaverse is definitely a good tool for doing that. And moreover, in each metaverse on Bit.Country, they have a default to target different users and give them a reward so that you can use the tool to recognize the great actors in the community and reward them.
While the metaverse is still mostly science fiction at this stage, that hasn't stopped business of all shapes and sizes from trying to get involved. No company has been more active and more vocal about metaverse than Facebook, which changed its name to reflect its all-in attitude. What do you think? What's your opinion to what is the key to winning in this game?
I think the key of winning this game or have a market share in the metaverse industry is to produce the productivity for business for individuals and provide more opportunity to users using Web3 principles, right? I think metaverse in general, people understand it. It's like put the goggles on in a virtual environment. You and I, we can meet each other, shake hands, have a meeting in there, right? However, it takes time to get there, and then people wouldn't stay in the metaverse just because they can see each other. We can do the same thing on the Zoom or on the Telegram or WeChat. We can, exchange information easily. But ultimately, I believe the exchange of information will be more like in what's described in the metaverse, have this like a very sensational engagement, face to face, the kind of feeling. However, before that, metaverse need to be a medium for companies to grow their community. It's pretty much like what we said in the last questions. Can run marketing campaigns. It has to be on blockchain. It has to create a new job opportunities, a new business model that don't really exist in the past. If it can solve the problems, and then it's a matter of time for adoption. Right? Websites solve the problem that information is very hard to find elsewhere, but the website has everything that company want to represent. But metaverse for companies or individual brands will be that you got more product services and visually presented, and have a marketplace to take, which allows your user become owners of part of the certain part of your companies. So user also can benefit from the growth of your community. I think the community tool set that native to metaverse will create productivity for business, so that will bring adoption.
Compared with Decentraland and Sandbox, what do you think is your strong points?
I think Decentraland and Sandbox, they are pioneers in the space. They create a first version of metaverse that allow people to create projects on top of it, building buildings and purchase digital real estate. Our point of difference is that we enable everyone to launch their own metaverse project. You can launch a PolkaWorld metaverse or even Kristen metaverse, because you have families and friends, and PolkaWorld have their own communities. That requires they want their own customization of their own terrain, sky, the look and the feel, the narratives, the rules, right? We believe that everybody want their own metaverse as if they want their own Twitter channel, Telegram channel, or YouTube account. So there's only their own content. And I think the future will be more interesting when people start creating more experiences and creating more games inside each community. And also there's a great game creators and builders comes in to create something reusable. You can use that to decorate your world and grow your own narrative with your preference. I think they are pioneers, and we also the metaverse that actually creating a UI layer, but also the blockchain layer, so that we can maximize the economic benefits of blockchain. We can customize the gas fee. We can use on-chain governance. Each metaverse have their own governance, so user can, owners of the metaverse can also allow the user to decide the future of the metaverse project. Yeah, so we have quite a few point of difference, but mainly that you actually create your own decentralized world on Bit.Country. And Bit.Country itself and the metaverse network is just the infrastructure to provide pre-built tools for you to create your own story.
If you create a metaverse project on Bitcoin, on Bit.Country, what would be what would it be and why?
If I create a metaverse, and I did create a metaverse for myself, I want to use that to host my own fans directly, right? I want to decorate the sky and the ground, and the buildings. Maybe put my statue there or my friend's statue there, in the memory of a relationship, or inviting my friends come over to co-develop this metaverse with me, and also give them slice of land, minting some kind of NFTs that are really meaningful to myself that I want to give my friends. And I can use the campaign to, during the certain days or festivals, I can pick the right collection owners. I can send them some gift. I can use the timeline feature to write my personal blogs and associate it with the part of memory in the 3D world. I can even inviting people to join the game, do a quest, so they get a reward and set, so that I can grow my community. And if I end up making my own metaverse project bigger, potentially that become a asset for me, because everything is on the blockchain, not only the land but also the NFTs, also the future, perhaps social tokens. There's all on the blockchain, follow the standard protocols. Potentially, my project can be a good asset class in the future. I can. The good thing is that they can last for generations. I can leave that to my community become bigger. The NFT and minted have royalty fees. Even in 100 years times, my children still getting. If they inherit my NFT, they're still getting the royalty fees being paid to their account, because the community development continues on the blockchain. So that's how would I use my metaverse.
Metaverse platforms can easily attract users in the early stage, but users will be losing due to the imperfection of features. How would you attract users on board, and how to stop users from fading away?
So we, as an infrastructure network, we can promote the entire network. Our target is the builders, people like who want to launch a metaverse, right? And it's up to individual metaverse project owners how they want to attract users, retain them. Since they use the metaverse as their marketing tool, they will run different campaigns, different games, quests, and also challenges in there for their users to come to the metaverse to engage with them. They will use NFTs to recognize certain users of the community and providing actual utility and value for those users. So what we need to do is building the tools allow metaverse owner to run the community. And then if they can use the tool set and value to the community, the user will organically grow and then become a stakeholder of their metaverse, and they'll continue to come back and engage with them in the metaverse, either through trading or some fun games or updates. That's how we see it. And we have, so far we launched for 8 weeks. We had over 450 metaverse projects created by user. They are intending to use the metaverse to grow their communities.
Alongside the hype, there has been a whole host of concerns ranging from safety and scams. What problems you concerns most about the future of Bit.Country and metaverse?
I think content moderation is a challenge to any social internet platform that allow users to enter. However, we have 2 layers of governance. We have local governance. We also have network governance, and that means token holder can use that to vote for certain things, such as a better metaverse, such as a better landowners, and those people, still to have their assets still exist on chain. Nobody can touch it. However, visually, that people can choose to block them. And of course, the security side is very, very big. Our team is auditing all the code, so make sure that the network runs in a safe environment. There's no, risk in terms of security, so that's a foundation for running a healthy network. In terms of contents, all that, we do have different tiers of governance in place. So metaverse owner and the network token holder will have permission rights to do that.
Okay, any roadmap or plans to share?
Yeah, we are launching very exciting World Cup event. We put a prize away so people can choose their favorite team, and then the wearables they can dress, on the avatar, and they can take selfies in the stadium, and then they can enter to the prize. And also the NFT can be, so they can win the NFT, which is a ticket to the prize, based on the final outcome when the World Cup finishes. After that, our focus is to distribute kiosk land to about 20,000 stakeholders who joined our previous events. So that will be the biggest metaverse on Pioneer Network. Our team finishing that, and also our team also developing the CBD area of kiosk land, which will look really amazing. It will make everyone feel really proud. After land claim, and we'll continue to develop the kiosk land to set up as a good example and a playbook for other metaverse to learn and use that as a reference to creating a successful and thriving community using their metaverse. And then once the kiosk land become in a good shape, we'll start doing crowd loan on the Polkadot and launch the Polkadot version, which is called a Continue. Yeah. Currently, it's a kind of like in a very tricky market. We better focus on development, implementing more features to the Pioneer Network.
As our interview drawing to the end, anything you would like to add or remark?
I think, as I mentioned before, people don't realize that a metaverse will be the new internet. We've been looking at our traditional website for over, say, 20 years. Through the blockchain technology, the website needs a new layer, which is a Web3 layer and the metaverse layer. And the metaverse solution, especially Bit.Country and the metaverse network as a metaverse service, can provide that layer to all the existing business and the websites, so that people not only getting information, they can get involved, be part of the community, taking ownership of your digital assets offering, and also have a lot of fun to engage you with your marketing, such as virtual events, such as games, such as some marketing campaign, some trading activities. So yeah, check out the Bit.Country and follow our Twitter, and then potentially you can launch a metaverse for your fans, families, and friends, or even on a larger scale for your own community. For PolkaWorld scenario, you can have a PolkaWorld metaverse, and all your fans and followers can be in there, have some engagement with you and taking part of the ownership.
Yeah, great. And thank you so much for your time. And let's keep tuned, and may everything a great success. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen. Thank you.